This is fast, but this is faster. This is easy. This is simple. This is awesome. This is Xfinity, the future of awesome.
We were the only West Michigan station in Colorado tonight. Big developments, and we have team coverage for you, including an exclusive interview with Laura Grauman.
We had the phone on speaker, and we just kind of went around the table, and everybody got a quick, hi, Brittany, I love you, in.
We also sit down with Brittany Rector's mother for the first time since the arrests were made.
Live, this is 24-Hour News 8.
But first tonight, potentially record-breaking rainfall for parts of West Michigan. Take a look at Storm Track Live. It had been lit up most of the day, and this is just the beginning. Storm Team 8 says this could be the wettest week of 2012. Meteorologist Matt Kirkwood joining us now from the Tracking Center with a look at what's ahead for you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it looks like the wettest weekend so far 2012 heading our way. We picked up in most areas between a half an inch to a little over an inch of rain, just depending where you're at. And believe it or not, we have plenty more on the way for tomorrow as a deep area of low pressure heads basically right over us. Right now on Storm Track Live radar, we're getting a little bit of a break here in the Grand Rapids area, but decent soaking continues off to the south and just about to exit Kalamazoo and heading towards the Battle Creek area. We're tracking this at about 35-mile-an-hour clip. Looks like Battle Creek, one shower just leaving your area and a heavier one heading your way in about 15 minutes. A broader view shows more showers and thunderstorms forming off to our south and west, and guess where those are heading? Right for southwest lower Michigan. This is what it looks like for your as you head out tomorrow morning. Essentially, just wherever you go, have a jacket, a rain jacket, or an umbrella at hand, because at any time tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms could be occurring. We're looking at a milder day tomorrow, warmer temperatures. And if you're in a corridor northwest of Grand Rapids, there's a potential 1 to 3 inches, maybe even more of rain. Severe weather threat relatively low, and then the winds pick up, it looks like, as an area of low pressure departs later on Sunday, possibly 40+ mile-an-hour winds. More on the forecast coming up soon.
Tonight, one of 4 fugitives from the law whose run from police stretched from West Michigan to the western United States is speaking only to 24-Hour News 8. Laura Grauman is in the Fremont County Jail in Canyon, Colorado tonight after she, her boyfriend Greg Bradshaw, cousin Ken Grauman, and Grauman's girlfriend Brittany Rector ran from police after the two escaped from a Lake County prison facility. 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgie has this exclusive tonight from Canyon, Colorado.
Ken Grauman II and Greg Bradshaw turned down my request for an interview here at the Fremont County Detention Center. But Laura Grauman wanted to send a message to her mother back home in West Michigan. That message, I'm sorry. Cameras and recording devices aren't allowed in the Fremont County Corrections Facility. Everything was off camera, but on the record. Laura Grauman's story is not about a romanticized Bonnie and Clyde-like cross-country crime spree, but the effect one drug can have on a life. That drug is meth, a drug Laura Grauman calls evil. Quoting here, it is. This is the devil drug, just like my mom told me. Grauman says she was on meth shortly after her boyfriend, Greg Bradshaw, and cousin Ken Grauman II broke out of the Lake County prison facility 2 weeks ago. She wanted to go with them. They warned her there was no turning back. Quoting here, once you decide you're going, you're not going back, Grauman says the two men told her. She claims Ken's girlfriend, 17-year-old Brittany Rector, was just as willing to go along. Grauman says meth will do that to you. Then came the dramatic police chase through the cornfield near Dorr, an ultralight pilot tracking their moves. Laura Grauman told me she was scared and showed me from behind the plexiglass in the jail interview room how she crouched down on the floor of the vehicle each time they got into a chase. Yet the seriousness of what was happening hadn't hit her. Again, Grauman says meth will do that to you. Quoting here, right or wrong, don't matter. The fugitives had again evaded police. They eventually made it to Kokomo, Indiana, and that's where Grauman says the fact they were in big trouble finally started to sink in. They went from state to state, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska. It all became a blur. She can't recall how many vehicles they stole along the way, but Brittany was becoming scared. Quoting here, at one point Brittany said, "Run, Laura, run," but she didn't. I asked Laura why she didn't just leave. Remember the no turning back remark? They wouldn't let me. I was afraid they'd kill me, says Laura. Finally, they made it to Canyon, Colorado. Laura says her sister lived here once. She knew it was a nice place. She and Greg also had friends here. They left a message that they were on their way. They never heard back from the couple, never had any contact. Laura's convinced it was the friends who called police, something she says she's now grateful for. On Thursday, 12 days after the ordeal began, Laura and Brittany were in their latest stolen car near the motel they were using as a hideout and meth lab. Police had surrounded the car, guns drawn. "Freeze! Put your hands in the air!" And that's when I knew it was over, says Grauman. She says she feels fortunate it ended that way. "I feel like if the cops hadn't caught us, I'd be going home in a body bag." Saturday, as she sat in the interview room, she broke down in tears several times. The 4-year-old daughter she's lost custody to is one of the people she's let down. Her mother, Dawn Morris, is another. She has a message for her mother. "Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I know she didn't raise me this way, and I'm sorry."